As silly as it sounds, some marine speakers are more waterproof than others. Moisture resistance is measured in varying degrees, so some products we will look at today may be fine mounted inside a sheltered boat cabin, but won't fare too well against Mother Nature mounted on a mast in a monsoon. So, for a peek at what's under the hood and how they plan to withstand the weathering on board your beloved boat, we have carefully selected the cream of the crop and picked apart each product for an in-depth look. As ever, we are including an informative guide which should answer some of your recent queries. Number 3. Kicker White OEM. Now, first things first, these babies sell as a set of 4, and if you are truly serious about pimping out your deck, a bulk buy is worth its weight in gold. They benefit from the same blood, sweat and tears put into researching optimal driver performance and setup as Kicker's other best-selling model. Additionally, and most importantly, many of the components have been refined and redesigned where necessary to cope with life at sea for as long as needs are. No joke, they have been expertly crafted using only waterproof, rust-resistant and UV-treated parts. They feature sealed motors, stainless steel mounts and locking terminal covers, and actually exceed some of the industry standards for a water-resistant speaker. The weatherproof woofer is 6.5 inches and injection molded out of Santoprene, like the Rockvilles. They powerfully handle the lower frequencies, whilst the tiny 13mm dome tweeter is porcelain enamel treated, pay-rated, and defines the crisp and crystal highs. They have a good frequency response for a two-way class set. Number 2. Kenwood KFC-1653MRW. Over to another of the best brands in speaker production, industry granddaddies Kenwood, a company with plenty of experience under their belts, to see what seaworthy sets they serve up. They, like the Rockville option reviewed above, are of a two-way classification, and whilst the bass on a Kenwood speaker tends to be more understated than a Rockville, they produce very rich, well-balanced audio. In direct comparison, they are a more compact and somewhat less powerful pair, but actually ring up at around half the price, offering some great value for money. They too are sold in pairs, and their two-way array consists of a woofer and tweeter combination to efficiently sort the workload of the highs and lows to the appropriate driver for optimal performance. The woofer is 6.5 and formed from a water-resistant polypropylene composite. The balanced dome tweeter is just under an inch and again constructed from materials that can withstand the weathering that marine life can subject a poor speaker to. Number 1. Rockville RWB80B. We review stacks of speaker options in our articles, and we are no strangers to a rocking set of Rockvilles. They manufacture some of the greatest models in terms of bass response on the current market, so it is unsurprising that their meaty two-way marine option offers some high-power handling lows. They are designed as wakeboard tower models and easily mount to bars and roll cages. They are ideal for a range of vehicles, but the lengthy measures which Rockville have gone to protect these bad boys from the battering salty sea air make them a superb option for a marine mount. They are fully protected against salt and freshwater conditions. All terminals have been sealed with rubber gaskets. They are waterproof to a high degree and completely rust-resistant. The woofers measure 8 inches and feature a high-grade polypropylene cone which has been mica injected. It handles unbelievably well and is centered in a Santoprene surround to help dampen unwanted resonance which can cause bass distortion. It is coupled with a hard-working 1-inch dedicated mid-range tweeter that is formed with a rigid polyimide composite dome. It harbors a high-density neodymium magnet and effortlessly copes with the delegated upper frequencies thanks to the outstanding on-board crossover circuitry.